Hello and welcome everyone. Today we are going to understand one important concept in the economics that is known as inverted yield curve. Inverted yield curve. Fine. So what is inverted yield curve and how it works and what is the significance? Let's understand. First of all, those students or if they do not have an idea what yield means. So simple, in the very simple way, suppose that you have invested 100 rupees in a bank, okay, and bank have agreed to give you the interest rate of 7%. So 107 rupees you are going to get as a return. Fine. That is yield. How much you are going to get in a return, okay, that is called what? Yield. So suppose that bank have revised the interest rate to 8%, then yields are rising. And if banks are going to decrease the interest rate, yield is going to what? Yield is going to fall. Okay, simple. Now, suppose that you are investing in a bank. You are investing in a bank 100 rupees for 1 year. Fine, for 1 year, and bank is offering A as an interest rate. And if you are investing for 10 years, bank is offering B as an interest rate. For 1 year, A as an interest rate. For 10 years, bank is offering how much? B as an interest rate. So what do you think? Both interest rates are going to be same, or the interest rate of A is going to be higher than B, or A is going to be less than what? B. Answer is the interest rate B will be higher than the interest rate A. Why? Because when you will invest for the short time, for 1 year, bank have to return that money after 1 year. Fine. So bank have an opportunity to invest that money for 1 year. Okay. Whereas when you will give that money to bank for 10 years, so bank can invest that money for 1 year, for 2 years, after 2 years, he can invest that money to other 2 years. So in the longer run, bank have more flexibility to invest that money at different places and can earn more. And that is why generally banks also offer higher interest rate for what? Longer duration in comparison to what? Short-term deposits. Fine. So now my question is, to you, all of you who are watching this video, my question is, when you are going to invest, we can take it like this, that is maturity, fine, time period, fine, maturity, time, and other is what? Yield. So if the time is less, yield is also going to be what? Less. So if you will draw the curves, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, 5 year. So in this way, 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 and more. Fine. So then what will happen? When the 1 year investment, the yield will be less and like here. And if the maturity is going to increase, similarly, interest rate is also going to what? Increase. Interest rate is also going to what? Increase. So this is called yield curve. This is called what? Yield curve. Okay, this is what? Yield curve. Now understand what is inverted yield curve and why it is called a dangerous thing to come in the economy. Because it is found that whenever the economy has seen the inverted yield curve, it is a signal for a recession in the economy. It is a signal for recession in the economy. Now, those people who are investing their money in the market, they are always very watchful of the things. If they will find any signal in that economy, maybe because of this, what it is happening right now, it is happening right now that may leads to recession. You are an investor in the economy and you found that if I will invest here right now, in next 2 to 3 years, they are going to face what? They are going to face lot of problem, and maybe where I am investing, my money is going to what? Decrease. Then what people will do? Then people will prevent themselves to invest in the longer duration, and they will invest at where? They will invest in the shorter duration. Fine. Then this yield curve which is going in this manner, this yield curve is going to change its course, and it is going to be like this, where maturity and what? There is yield. Fine. So when investors decide, rather than investing the long term, and they decide to what? They decide to invest in the short duration. Fine. They start thinking to invest in the short duration rather than long duration. Then what we are getting, see, just for your clarity, do not get confused. So for your clarity, suppose that here the interest rate is what? Here the interest rate, initially the interest rate is 7%. And when you are investing for 6 years, then you are getting the interest rate of what? You are getting the interest rate of 9%. Here what is happening? Here you are getting the interest rate of 8%. Whereas for the longer duration, you are getting the interest rate of 5%. Why? Because many people have this perception in their mind that what is right now happening in the economy that might be create a problem in upcoming year, and economy will enter in the recessionary cycle, and because of that I may lose my investment. So it is better not to go too far, better to invest in the short term things, get the money back rather than putting the money for the longer duration. And that is why inverted yield curve, the inverted yield curve is a alarm bell कि economy may face what? Economy may face recession. So in the prelims exam, they may ask this question कि what inverted yield curve indicates? Inverted yield curve indicates कि economy is heading towards what? Economy is heading towards recession. I hope you have understood this concept of inverted yield curve. For such kind of the more content, please comment in the comment section and ask me what next concept you want to understand. I will make video on that. Thank you.
కాంపిటేటివ్ ఎగ్జామ్ సంబంధించి ప్రత్యేకంగా సివిల్ సర్వీసెస్ ఎగ్జామ్ సంబంధించి ఏ ఆప్షన్ చూస్ చేసుకోవాలి, ప్రిపరేషన్ ఎప్పుడు స్టార్ట్ చేయాలి, ఏ బుక్స్ రిఫర్ చేయాలి, ఇలాంటి డౌట్స్ ఉంటే CSBIS అకాడమీని కాంటాక్ట్ అవ్వచ్చు. దీనికి సంబంధించి నా పర్సనల్ అపాయింట్మెంట్ ఈ వీడియో పైన డిస్ప్లే అవుతున్న కాంటాక్ట్ నెంబర్కి ఫోన్ చేసి తీసుకోవచ్చు.